One of the major Oxbridge universities in England just congratulated 6 or 8 faculty members who've been nominated for the Royal Society, and they're all men.
Oh my God. In academia, it's worse, really. I'm not surprised, honestly. Like during my academia journey, I could see that there is like so much bias, so much favoritism. Like people say, okay, you need to be like this or that. That's how you get there, but not really. There is so much bias in academia itself. Like you need to be in good books. You need to, yeah, it's a whole lot.
And as an immigrant, and as a person of color, and as a woman. But as a person of color and an immigrant, have you noticed any bias in Canada that way?
Honestly, I can't answer that yet. There were I experienced some in academia, but it's hard to say that it was because of the color or something else. Because, like I said, I felt the bias, but it was not that apparent that to say that, because no one will say, okay, women in color, and that immigrant. No one will ever say that. It's like, oh, this, oh, that, that kind of things. There's always like a spin to that.
Canadians are very polite bigots, I found.
Yeah.
So you said you're on leave right now. You have a wonderful reason to be on leave.
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable sharing it with us?
Yeah, sure. So last year, I quit my job to just enjoy my pregnancy at that time, because my job was very stressful. But then I realized I wanted to keep doing something. So I started a part-time consulting job, which I just told you. It's going great. At the moment, I'm just taking a break because my nights are a bit challenging. You never know how it's gonna be. So at the moment, I'm just waiting for my life to come back on track, and then start thinking about something else. But
well, it gets completely back on track once they're about 20.
About 20? Oh my God, are you scaring me?
That's reality. But no, mums accomplish a lot. So you have a daughter who's 2 months old. What changes in the world would you like to see for her to make her path maybe not easier, but more fair?
I believe there should be a balance. Balance as in there shouldn't be a men or women, that kind of concept. So I'm an Indian, my background is Indian. We used to have a thinking that's something like maybe 10 or 20 years old. It's hard to say what exactly, but that men do certain things, women do certain things. I don't know if it's an Indian thing. Honestly, I think it's everywhere. It's like I'm living outside India from 12 years, and I traveled a lot. I lived in Europe for 4 5 years, then lived in Australia for 4 years. I think Canada around 4 years now. I think it doesn't matter which culture or which background you are, but people have notions that women needs to do this, men needs to do that. I don't want to see that, because whenever someone says that, it's like touching a chord in my head. Like, why would you say that? Women can do anything. Men can't birth a child. Women can do that too. So what are you talking about? So I think at the end of the day, for my girl, I want that she doesn't need to think, okay, I'm a girl, I can't do this. You can do anything in life. That's how I would like to raise my girl.
And if you could wave a magic wand, or if you ruled the world, how would you change things to make the world better for your daughter as a child and as she grows into a woman?
I think equal opportunities. Like whenever she wants to do something in life, she should have the chance to give it a shot, and not just shouldn't be like a biased thing that, okay, this is not for women and this is for men, something like that. I believe it should be an equal opportunity and barrier-free environment, basically.
Do you see organizations like Squist and others making the world better?
Yes, definitely. Because I don't know. I think I haven't seen it like this earlier, honestly, but now that I'm a mother, I can see that how women must be feeling, especially after motherhood. It's overwhelming, honestly. But I think you shouldn't be losing yourself in the process, which is the most important. Believe in yourself, that's the second thing. And having Swiss as a platform, I think it enables you to do so, because when you are like a part of job and then you take a break and then you kind of get lost sometimes in the process as a person, as a human, as a woman. And I think having such kind of platform really helps you, enables you to kind of find your lost self and get back on the track.
So, Supreet, how did you get involved with Squist?
Yeah, it's an acquaintance of mine actually introduced me to Swiss and encouraged me to participate and volunteer for the Swiss.
What kind of activities have you done with Squist?
Uh, Mostly event coordination, and I was involved as a mentor as well for a 6 weeks mentorship program for, I think that it was a youth engagement program in which it was for high school girls. So events and the mentorship, just two things.
And what have you learned through volunteering at Squist?
Uh, a lot of things actually. The foremost thing that was like I was looking forward and I got to experience was the leadership skills. So that was during the events as well as during the mentorship as well. It helps you finding yourself during the process. So these were two my key learnings while volunteering at the West.
What are what's your academic background?
My background is life sciences. I'm a PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology.
What kind of work were you looking for?
At Swiss, honestly, I wasn't looking for anything, which was the best thing happened to me. I just went there and wanted the life to happen in a way. So I just went with the flow. Like, so I don't know if you know Nirali Rathwa, who was the former Ontario chapter lead. So she was the acquaintance of mine, and like we were in contact, and then she introduced me that there's a position opening at Swiss. I was like events coordinator role. I was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a shot. So yeah, that's how it started, and I enjoyed it
Have you had fun?
so much. So it helped me like designing the kind of things that I wanted for me to have. Like, so I'm an immigrant as well. I immigrated here from Australia where I did my PhD. And when I came here, I had a job, but I know a lot of people that are not so lucky. So, like, they come into the country with the hope that they will find a job. So I wanted to like design something like that, like so that people have a platform where they can network and eventually get a job as well. So we had a team of 4 volunteers, and we had so much fun designing different kind of events. Mostly they were in healthcare sector. So we designed different kind of events so that people from different sort of backgrounds, they can like explore opportunities. Doesn't matter in academia or industry or consulting, for example. So yeah, we designed different kind of events for them to leverage and network as well as find jobs eventually.
You said when you came to Canada from Australia, you had a job already. What
Yes, I
is your
did.
job?
I started as a postdoc. So I'm not a postdoc anymore. I left it last year. But so I just finished my PhD in 2018, and I moved here to start my role as a postdoc in the beginning of 2019. I was working in clinical research. So I did it for like good 2.5 years, but then I realized that academia is not for me. So I transitioned to industry.
And what are you doing now then?
At the moment, I'm on break, but I moved to consulting now. So I'm doing different kind of things. So for example, sometimes it's like science marketing, sometimes it's business strategy, sometimes it's designing events, and sometimes it's designing new kind of programs. So I'm working as a program manager at the moment at Science Studio, which is a spin-off from one of the SCWIST member, whose name is Noeen Malik. You may be aware of.
Absolutely. Yes. And so you've got an extra feather or in your cap because of Squist. You can actually go and organize events now, and you've got ones that you can point to and say, well, I did this for Squist, and oh, sure, I know how to do that. Sounds like that's quite a
Definitely.
benefit.
Yeah, definitely. It gave me like a very good range of experience, gave me like a platform to hone my new skill that I wasn't aware of earlier.
And what about friends through Squist? Has that happened?
Yes, yes, so many. So that's the fun part of volunteering, I believe. Like you get so much like by giving and paying it forward that it comes back to you. So I met amazing women while working in STEM, and it feels like they are like long-lasting life friendships, and it was a great experience, and having a lot of friends that I made during the process.
So how do you feel about Squist?
Uh Overall, it's amazing. It's great to have such a platform that you can kind of find yourself in the process, and you can also like pay it forward, that which is close to my heart. I believe in that because that's how I think the humanity sort of exists, that you pay it forward so that you know you help other people. A lot of people helped you as well in the process, and that's how the circle goes on, I believe.
As a woman in STEM, did you encounter any barriers at all?
Uh, hmm, that's a tough question. Not too many, but you feel sometimes. It's not that apparent, honestly. But yeah, no one is that lucky that doesn't encounter any. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, honestly. But sometimes I feel like, there's a bias that, you can do this or you can't do that. But you say, okay, obviously I can do this or that. There is a bias kind of, thing, but it wasn't too bad.